Kush and Chemtrails, the world's most dangerous podcast.
You want to talk about the old fucking CERN particle fucking collider? Want to start it off there?
I guess we might as well, because a lot of people, it's on, their talking boards. So yeah, let's get into it.
All right. Well, this is what's interesting is I didn't know how long this has been around. I thought it was something that was new. So I started looking into it. But so first, anyways, if you guys don't know, CERN is they have this particle accelerator. CERN is a group of nations that I forget what it stands for. It's French. It's a French acronym because I think the English acronym doesn't make any sense. It's like OERN or something. So the French acronym is CERN or something. So I forget what it stands for exactly. But they have this particle collider. You know what it is. You know what it is. We pretty much know what it is. And what it does, dude, and this is for everyone out there that doesn't know what it does, is it fires these lasers at each other, dude. And when they collide, these other particles that come off of that collision are like, basically, dude, little black holes and portals and shit, bro. For lack of a better word. And a lot of people are saying that, like, yo, this is affecting us, our reality. Like, things are happening because a lot of the when they fire it up, a lot of them can be traced, like, the Mandela effect. That's something from like 2010, right? It's a more recent phenomenon,
right? And
that all correlates with them firing this fucking shit up. And it sounds outrageous, but it's exactly what it is. So anyways, so this is from Inverse, and it says the Large Hadron Collider restarts next week. Here's what it's hunting for. So we already talked about basically what they're doing, and it's looking for a new particle.
This is how they apparently discovered the Higgs Boson,
exactly,
which they call the God particle.
The God particle.
So that's why people they've recalibrated the machine to where it has even more intensity. So it's going to make the collision even more dynamic. So they're looking to see if they can discover any more particles like they did last time with the Higgs boson. So they're thinking this one will be even more significant. That's what that's the science, explanation kind of in a nutshell.
So basically, if they were opening pretty big portals last time, they're going to be even fucking bigger this time.
Exactly.
And that's why things like Stranger Things are coming out on TV, bro. That shit's always been out on TV, but like it's really, really hard right now. Everyone's like, oh yeah, other dimensions, because that shit is really happening, bro. They really are doing these things.
Was that the Netflix show?
Yeah.
Bro, that show damn near saved Netflix, bro. When I was looking into the Netflix thing I'm going to talk about on the pod later, it was one of the number one, I think was the number one show that they did original. That one, House of Cards was mentioned, and a couple of others. I think Narcos, but that was number one. Stranger Things, number one, bro.
That was
worldwide.
That's a great show.
Yeah.
So what's interesting, bro, is on June 24th, 2022, the planets aligned. We had 5 planets aligned. And I think that the planets aligning have something to do with them firing this particle accelerator. And I say that because the last time that they did this to this magnitude, it was 10 years ago in 2012, remember?
Right. And see, this is why it lends credence to what we were talking about, though, before the pod about people being called conspiracy theorists. It's no conspiracy theory that some of these things align with the celestial, major alignments too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So a lot of the times, like these dates, like the September 11th, and then people say, well, you're a conspiracy theorist. It's like, no, it seems like they choose particular dates and, fire things up like this damn machine, or have these ceremonies at times where the celestial bodies are in line with whatever energy they're trying to tap into or whatever. So that's no accident, bro.
Not at all.
So that's no theory to me. It's well, I guess we can say it's a theory because like we don't know, but it's pretty apparent to me.
Yeah. Well, if you go back 10 years ago, so here I saw this from MIT News. It says 3 questions marking the 10th anniversary of the Higgs. How do you pronounce that? Is it boson or boson? How do you pronounce that?
What I've heard them say is boson.
Okay, then Higgs boson.
Even though it's an S, that's weird, huh?
No, that's cool though. That makes sense. Like boson, yeah. Boson. Higgs boson discovery. Okay, so 10 years ago was 2012, right?
Yep.
It even says right there, event recorded with the CMS detector in 2012. Well, in 2012, on July 4th when they fired it up, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and Saturn were in alignment.
There it is.
So even 10 years ago when they did it, you had these
Same alignment.
You had a similar alignment. We got 5 right now.
Well,
Now
yeah.
we have 4. But it's
Planets in
planets are in
alignment.
alignment.
Right,
Yes.
right.
That has something to do with them firing up the
Definitely.
CERN particle accelerator.
Definitely.
Not sure why, but it has something to do with it. I have my suspicions,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure why. And I want to get into the Mandela effect. So for those of you that don't know, the phenomenon was dubbed the Mandela effect. It's false memories that are sometimes shared by multiple people. And it was dubbed the Mandela effect by paranormal researcher Fiona Broom, who reported having vivid and detailed memories of news coverage of South African anti-apartheid leader Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s. Did you want to say something?
Nah.
Oh, okay. And then it says here in parenthesis, Mandela actually died in 2013 after serving as president from 94 to 99. Broom reported that since 2010, perhaps thousands of other people had written online about having the same memory of Mandela's death, and she speculated the phenomenon could be evidence of parallel realities, right? So there's other ones here. One well-documented example of shared false memories comes from a 2010 study that examined people familiar with the clock at, I believe this is pronounced Bologna, Central Railway Station, which was damaged in the Bologna massacre bombing in August 1980. In the study, 92% of respondents falsely remembered the clock had remained stopped since the bombing, when in fact the clock was repaired shortly after the attack. That's a huge percentage, bro.
That is a very huge percentage.
92%. Then it says years later, the clock was again stopped and set to the time of the bombing in observance and commemoration of the bombing. But like I said, 92%. Bro.
That's almost too large of a percent.
Right?
It makes you think that they remember it that way because of a misconception more than the Mandela. I would like to see more of a 50-50, you know what I mean? Because then that would be like creepy. Like, what? Half people remember it this way, half the other way? But yeah, man, this Mandela stuff
it's still,
is crazy.
it
I
lends,
don't think I heard that example either.
yeah, it lends credence to it. This
Right,
is the
for sure.
Berenstein Bears one, of course, the spelling STAIN or STEIN.
Those were the two I mentioned to you.
Exactly.
Because when I read those, I was like, that is weird, bro.
Another one is the logo of the clothing brand Fruit of the Loom featuring a cornucopia. The existence, we talked about this yesterday, of a 90s movie titled Shazam starring comedian Sinbad.
You remember Shazam, Ronnie?
Hell yeah.
With Sinbad, the big comedian as the... They say that never existed,
Never
bro.
existed, bro.
Man, I remember that shit.
Right?
Exactly.
That's weird as
So
hell.
then, so then it says
People implanting memories in our head and shit. What the hell going
that
on?
Shaquille O'Neal played a genie named
Kazam.
Kazam. And I'm like, I don't know, dog. I don't remember that shit. But I do remember the Shaquille O'Neal movie, but I do remember...
Man,
Or was it like a skit that he did?
what?
Sinbad?
he definitely did something.
I don't think they're mentioning
They're not mentioning anything.
anything that he did.
Yeah.
That's what's so weird about it, bro. Because we all remember that. That's weird, bro.
Yeah, it is weird. So, but if you notice,
Didn't you have your own too that weren't listed
Oh
right
yeah,
there?
bro. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Because mine were already
in
listed.
Star Wars, and I'm a huge
That
Star
one,
Wars
yeah.
fan, bro.
Me too.
What does fucking Darth Vader tell Luke when he tells him that he's his dad? What's he telling him? The quote.
What's the famous line?
You don't remember?
What's the famous line, Ronnie? Huh?
What is it?
He
And
said
what is it?
What is it, Ronnie?
I am your father.
Right, Luke. I'm your father. Right? Do you
No, wait. What's the line, Ronnie?
Luke, I am your
Okay.
father.
I didn't want to coerce him.
Right,
I didn't
right.
want to coerce him.
That's what we all remember. That's not it, bro.
That's not the line.
It's no, I am your father, and I was like, nope, no, dog.
Dude, people been
No,
saying
dog.
that little slogan forever.
have
even
you
for
went back
stupid
and
shit.
have you went back and watched it?
Yes.
Did it-
And
did it feel
says
weird for you?
Yes. I was like, why are you saying that, Darth? I was on a first name basis with that fool. I was like, Anakin, what the fuck?
Man,
What do you mean?
yeah, they
You're.
tricky.
He says, no, I'm your father, bro. He doesn't say Luke.
He doesn't say Luke at all.
Exactly. That's
Oh,
what.
yeah,
At
yeah,
first, I was like, everyone remembers the wrong thing, no problem. But that one fucked me up, bro. Because I was like, I love Star Wars, dude. I love Star Wars, dude. So, if you notice, it said that was 2010 was when that Mandela effect was first reported. So I was like, wait a minute. If they fired up that particle accelerator in 2012, then the timing's off, right? But look at this. 2008 incident. at the LHC.
Powering test, huh?
Yep. During powering test on September 19, 2008, test of the main dipole circuit in sector 3-4 of the LHC, a fault occurs in the electrical bus connection in the region between the dipole and the quadrupole, resulting in mechanical damage and release of helium from the magnet cold mass into the tunnel. Blah, 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 blah. You can read the rest of this stuff. But when I read into it, what it said was a big fucking electric arc went over that whole fucking thing and like crazy fucking sparks. No one died or nothing, but I was like, bro, that's it. September 19th, 2008, there was some weird incident, bro. The Mandela effect comes, what, a year and a half later, tops?
It's the shit out of movies, bro.
Yeah. So, and just so you know how long they've been doing this, look at that.
I don't want to kill or give any spoilers on your presentation. Are you getting into the ceremonies before CERN's firing?
Nope.
Bro, have you seen those?
Nope.
Bro, they have some straight like demonic welcoming demons into the earth type shit, dance routine ritual from like, you know, some pagan shit, bro.
You got a vid?
Right before the damn ceremony of firing it up.
You got the vid?
After you finish up your presentation,
Yeah.
we'll pull it up on YouTube.
Dope.
Because that's not one I brought, but we got to show them.
Yeah,
because it has to do
you
with
gotta
CERN.
show me.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta show me.
Heck
I
yeah,
gotta
bro.
see that shit.
That shit trippy, bro.
That's it. I'm moving. I'm gone. Fuck
Crazy,
this shit.
man.
Let's get our land.
Crazy.
So look at this, bro.
And they blamed it on the employees.
Oh,
They
yeah.
said the employees went wild with it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fistings from the head. That's what I know about companies. So
Yeah, there's no
who's
way
running
employees
that
get
shit,
away with
you know
that
what I mean?
without consent for
November 24th, bro, 1959, the proton synchrotron starts up. That was their first particle accelerator, bro. They've been doing this shit since 1959, dog. Maybe even sooner.
sure. Right, earlier.
Or
yeah.
later, rather.
Mhm.
Right? So, this ain't nothing new under the sun, dog.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers have been fucking with the wrong shit for a long
Well,
time.
this is physics, which was founded from, I think there's a Greek goddess named Physicists. Physsis. So that's like where they derive the whole, science of physics from. So I think she's into like bending our reality and reshaping our reality. So they're just following in her energy, the works that been started from way back in those Greek times with, that deity. And
Damn
who
right
knows,
they
that
are.
deity probably was inspired by someone else. You know how that goes. So.
Yeah, bro.
Because it looks like you're bringing up some Mayan stuff right here, huh?
Yeah, this is the Mayan calendar. We've seen it, a few times. And
That looks so beautiful.
it's dope, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, so we all know how the Mayans said the world was going to end in 2012.
Right.
December 21st, 2012. The world was going to end. And then you have the Aztec calendar. Very similar,
Very
bro.
similar, yep.
Very similar. You can see the X shape in the middle. There's some sort of pyramid in the middle with the face.
In the middle, yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's all very similar. So I go down
How
here.
cool that their calendars were circles, too.
Yeah, exactly. So I go down here to the cymatics presentation that I brought actually probably 3 or 4 pods ago.
Drop the rewind.
Yeah, right. And we talked about how this cymatic matches this cathedral. And also down here, what I didn't say is these are cross sections of DNA down here.
Damn.
Crazy,
That's
right?
wild.
If you look at it from the top of the spiral looking down.
Okay.
During planetary influence is what it says. Different states of planetary influence.
Oh, so that's it right there then. They're sitting here telling us that the planetary bodies affect us. If they affect us on a DNA level, that's where you're going.
Go. Keep going.
Then there's no accident, like we just stated, that these events happen when the celestial bodies are in a certain state. Because they know that then it can really unlock or tap into whatever energy they're trying to pull it out or put in. Yeah. Wow, bro. These are the portals. Because we're thinking of the movies, bro, where something's going to physically open up and something's going to come through,
Fucking Mario Brothers.
That's not the portal, bro. The portal's opened up right there.
Inside of us.
For energy to come in and come out. Yeah.
Inside of us.
Yeah, bro. That's why people get possessed, and we call it ultra, MK. It's probably not always MK. Probably just possessed.
You guys ever watch Outlander?
Oh, yeah.
dude, how they come in and out.
Yeah.
Times of their lives, like that shit fucking
exactly.
I think
All that shit's based on shit, bro. They're all running.
Man, it's the Ghostbusters, bro.
So these ones right here, bro.
Secret
If you
containment.
see right here, you got the Catholic Cathedral, you got the Aztec calendar, right, which we've already established is very similar to the Mayan calendar. You got this Egyptian, I believe, sarcophagus. You have a Hindu temple, and you have the CERN particle accelerator, right? So this is a theory I'm proposing, is that when the Mayans, right, because they're saying these are similar, so obviously the Mayan calendar is similar. This calendar, I believe, is a visual representation, possibly, of the CERN particle accelerator, and they're saying that time ended in 2012 because that's when they fired it up the last time to like a huge magnitude. That's when our time ended in the sense that dimensions intercrossed. It wasn't the end of the world, the physical world, like tidal waves and earthquakes and lava. No, just like you said, it came from within, and they knew it was 2012, and that's why if you look at these pictures, they all correlate. They knew it was coming. Now, maybe that meant something else to them. Maybe the calendar's an entendre. Maybe this is keeping track of everything, zodiacal, celestial, all the things that a calendar does. But also maybe the reason it was designed the way it was, possibly, is that they knew, yeah, bro, in 2012, they're going to be fucking with shit, and it's going to fuck shit up. So, interestingly enough, I don't know where this is, what date this is. I do see that says June down there. You see that, right? Mm-hmm. It looks like it says June, June, but I don't see a date. But this is Geneva, and that is where CERN is, and that's above the sky right now.
Wow.
Looks like a little fucking, it's called a supercell. Looks like a little portal opening. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That shit's crazy, bro.
Bro, I seen some shit like that on the way going to pick her up from fucking Arizona, just in the middle of fucking.
Yeah.
And my kids was like, yo, what's that? And I'm like, man, that ain't no regular cloud.
Supercell.
I'm like, if you can see it at eye level, but far as fuck, I'm like, clouds is over your head. Like, that shit's like, and you just see a little stroke of lightning every now and then through that motherfucker. Everywhere else, the sky's is blue as fuck. But like, that little fucking mushroom cloud looking thing, just stayed right there the whole drive, bro. Like, and we just kind of, no forecast for rain, bro. It's fucking 102 outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people believe that that's where the UFOs and things be
tucked
tucked behind, bro. I don't know.
I'm telling you, man.
That's good stuff, though, man.
Dude. So, I saw this in the Independent, bro. This is actually from July 2019, bro. Scientists attempting to open portal to a parallel universe. And it says, does a mysterious mirror world lurk in the shadows of perceived reality? Sounds just like Stranger Things, right? All right. So the discovery of a concealed mirror world may sound like science fiction from the Stranger Things series. But it has been repeatedly suggested by physicists as attempting means of explaining anomalous results. However, as yet hard evidence such a realm exists has refused to manifest itself. So these fools are already fucking. We already know. But here it is. It's right here.
Yeah.
It's right here in the media. One set of anomalous results, and the ones which inspired the research, date back to the 1990s when particle physicists were measuring the time it took for neutron particles to break down into protons once they were removed from an atom's nucleus. Two separate experiments saw the neutrons broke down at differing rates instead of decaying and becoming protons at exactly the same rate as was expected. In one, the free neutrons were captured by magnetic fields and herded into laboratory bottle traps. And in the other, they were detected by the subsequent appearance of proton particles from a nuclear reactor stream. Those particles fired out in the stream from the nuclear reactor lived on average for 14 minutes and 48 seconds, 9 seconds longer than those from the bottle traps. So, what they're theorizing, bro, is that the reason those protons don't live for the same amount of time is that they're not from the same dimension. One went into another reality, mirrored it, came back, and then fucking died here. Watch. It may sound like a small difference, but it has troubled scientists. but the existence of a mirror world offers a credible explanation. That there are two separate neutron lifetimes, and it could be that around 1% of neutrons could be crossing the divide between our reality and the mirror world before crossing back and then emitting a detectable proton.
That's interesting, because it reminds me of the technology that they're doing with quantum computing. So it probably all ties in to this type of technology, because with quantum computing, I think we've went into it briefly before on the pod, but it's no longer the computer code of just 0 and 1s. It can be a 0 or a 1 simultaneously, and that's kind of like what it sounds like they're describing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Two simultaneous realities possibly existing at the same time, you know what I mean?
And the only way that could be,
effect.
yeah, it has to be like that, bro.
They're developing computers that can now, I don't know where they're at with it, probably much further along than they let us know, you know? So I'm even thinking, now that we're talking about this, that quantum computing stuff might even have something to do with these glitches and these, you know, Mandela effect.
This shit's fascinating,
things,
bro.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine how happy you would be? I would be extremely happy if I was in a lab and someone was like, yo, for those protons to have died 9 seconds faster, that means they were in an alternate reality. I would be so happy that day when I went home from work. Like, yo, man, we achieved some shit today, bro. You know what I mean?
That's great that you say that, though, because sometimes my mind is conflicted. Remember when I brought up Klaus Schwab's little crony, his right-hand guy,
Yuval Harari?
Yeah, and then I said right before I played the video, I was like, I don't know, man. They're starting to convince me that this is the only way, you know? And it's because of that, just what you just said. These guys are actually trying to find the smallest a building block of life. And I don't understand why they are, but see, you just gave a scenario of a scientist figuring that out and being like, oh shit, man, we just actually tapped into some shit. So I want to believe that they are genuinely just maybe fulfilling a human need to create. You know, because we all have a need to create. And what do? We recreate kind of in our image, like God. Yeah, so is this just us following what we're designed to do? And I'm sitting here mad at these fools because I'm like, fuck all this technology. You're taking us away from humanity. And they're like, bro, this is the inevitable evolution of humans.
Kush and Chemtrails, the world's most dangerous podcast.